Well, this market has gone crazy. We've hit all-time highs, a lot of questions. We get them all the time online. How do we really navigate a marketplace? Nobody better to come into the American Dream and give some advice than the author of Wealth by Design, Elisabeth Dawson, who you are a financial advisor, but you also consider yourself a financial coach.
Yes.
What do you mean when you say that, the financial coach?
It's really
that's not a real title. That's just something that you take pride in.
Sure. So the traditional financial, planning world is so focused on really engaging with people and what's going on in the marketplace. So what I try to do is I try to coach individuals and educate them about every financial decision that they're making in their life.
Yep.
Because every financial decision has a cost. It could be credit card interest.
Yep.
Living on credit cards. I call it the coffee shop, addiction.
Yep.
Where we have a bad behavior habit. There's costs in investments. There's costs in your homeowner's insurance. There's costs in everything that you do. So everything we try to do is measure what those costs are and show you how to actually recover that wealth.
Everyday Americans, right? I'm not talking super wealthy. I'm not talking people that don't have any, but somewhere in that middle class area. Where do you think most money is being lost, or what do you think the biggest mistakes being made are?
I think it's the unknown. When we were kids, there was that cartoon show that was, knowledge is power, and we have to have knowledge to be able to create better decisions in our world.
Okay.
In our personal world, we make so much money, but everybody else wants a piece of it. Yep. And they want as much of it as they possibly can get and as long as they can get it. So we do business with the government. We do business with banks, financial institutions, and our biggest part of our business is our lifestyle. So when people say they live paycheck to paycheck, sometimes it's really true.
Sure.
But if you really want to create wealth, you have to do something in a different way. The traditional thought process of trying to create wealth isn't necessarily the answer. If it was, everyone would be wealthy. So
tell us about your book, Wealth by Design.
Yes.
So you're identifying right now some of the things that you feel people aren't paying attention to or they're not knowledgeable of. When you say wealth by design, that's kind of grabbing the bull by the horns. That's saying, okay, I want to take action on these things. What do we mean by that from your point of view as the author?
It's about designing that time in your life.
Okay.
And how soon do you want it? So many people will come to me and say they want to retire when they're 40 years old. But designing wealth or designing your retirement or designing your situation or your life, it's not so much about, it's really common sense things. When someone's getting a pay raise, let's say, should they live off of what they were making before or have that enhance their lifestyle?
Sure.
Because every lifestyle move that we do, it decreases from everything else. I'm not saying I don't want people to have a great lifestyle. I want them to have the best possible lifestyle possible. But in that same breath, I want them to think and be conscious of really, your cost of doing business out there is really depleting your wealth. But they always say, well, gosh, if they were 25 years old and started this, they'd have so much more.
Real quick before I let you go. So you're going to be a radio host now, too. So we're going to add that to your list of credentials.
Yes.
What's going to be up with that show? It's
going to be on AM 1170.
Okay.
And it's on Saturday mornings at 7. And we're basically talking about pieces from the book, but also, conversation. It's really just conversation. We want to hear back from people what their questions are. We have a link that people can go to, and it's questions with an S and Elisabeth with an S, but questions at elisabethdawson.com.
Okay.
We'd love to hear what people's questions are, so we can talk about those questions on the radio. Our phone number here locally in San Diego is 619-640-2622, and we'd love to hear feedback from people. And truly, it's my passion to help as many people in my lifetime.
Financial advisor, financial coach, author, soon-to-be radio host, Elisabeth Dawson.
Thank you so much
for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Great advice today. Nothing speaks to the American dream more than dreaming big, like luxury real estate. We got joining us on the show, Joyce Ray, who's a luxury real estate expert out of Beverly Hills. Joyce, always good to have you on the show.
Thanks so much. Great to be here.
So we're going to talk about the market, but let's start off a little fun here. What cool listings you have right now? Please share with our audience some of the cool stuff you have going on.
I have one house that's very exciting. It's over 35,000 square feet. And it's located in Bel Air by the East Gate. It's about less than 10 minutes, I think, from Rodeo Drive. And it has a bowling alley, a screening room, an indoor swimming pool. Prince once rented the house, so it has a celebrity history.
Wow.
And it's been totally renovated by a very talented designer by the name of Gavin Broden out of London.
You know you got a nice house when you're renting it to Prince. And I know you've represented a lot of celebrities up there in Beverly Hills, and you also have an international presence in real estate. Let's talk about the luxury real estate market. This is a show that predicates itself on giving information on home ownership, and luxury real estate is certainly a part of that. So what's going on in that higher niche?
I was just doing a little analysis for a client this week, and we looked at the $30 million and up market. And there have been 11 closed sales in that price range since January of this year. And I'm proud to say 2 of those sales were mine. So, and also we had 2 record sales in Malibu, both at and above the $100 million mark.
With those types of properties, Joyce, what moves them? I know that the marketing strategies are a lot different. You're looking for international buyers in many cases. What are some of the strategies that help those properties move?
Well, you definitely look for international buyers. You have to, because when you get into those high price ranges, you're looking for basically billionaires. And that's a finite population worldwide. I think they're just under 3,000 billionaires. So, you know, that's your target audience for these properties. And the truth is that Los Angeles is one of the most desirable places in the world right now for that population. Their money is safe, the weather is great, the business opportunities are here. Hollywood is a very attractive investment to a lot of these individuals. So we have a wide demand from around the world.
Pretty crazy how the game has changed. Do you like where it is now? It seems like you're keeping up because a lot of the millennials are in that social media world. I'm going to suggest that you're not a millennial. Do you enjoy how things have moved? Do you have a lot of fun with it?
I have a lot of fun with it. I've embraced it. I've enjoyed it. I love my Instagram account. And I go places and people come up to me and they say, I follow you. And it gets me excited.
I think it's cool. It's just a great feel-good story that you do. There's, especially in real estate, there's a lot of professionals that have been in the business for many years that kind of romanticize about the past and how it was done. But you just made a great point that the world is shrinking because of the internet and the connectivity. I think it's the greatest opportunity in the history of mankind to aggregate attention. And when you're talking about being a marketer such as yourself, not only for your brand, but your listings and your clients, really is a crazy but opportunistic world. And it's good to see all the success that you continue to have with it. Thanks so much for sharing your stories, your listings, and coming on The American Dream. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Craig. It was great to be here.
All right, we'll have you on again soon. Thank you. All right, more of The American Dream coming up next. Of course, on a show called The American Dream, we talk a lot about real estate, but often we're talking about finding your dream home. What about financing real estate? Joining us on the show, he's the CEO of Griffin Funding, Bill Lyons. Good to have you on the show, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
My old stomping grounds is that mortgage business, so You guys are doing some big things there. Talk about your history in it, because so many people have a misunderstanding of the industry itself, how it works. Guys like you survived a crash. You know, the good guys gained market share and are still here succeeding. A lot of bad guys got wiped out, but kind of take us through that journey.
Yeah, I mean, I started in 2001 in Arizona, and then I started my own company in 2003 and built it to 300 plus people in 38 states. We were doing about $1 billion a year in volume.
Which is a lot.
And in 2007, it went away like that. So I licked my wounds for a few years, restarted a company in 2013, Griffin Funding, with the idea of just a small, nimble company. I knew everybody's name, opposed to not knowing people's name, and had control of the whole process and the culture. And that was really important to me. And we were able to grow it really, really quick.
Yeah, not an easy thing to do. I mean, we talk a lot about entrepreneurs on this show. We have really successful, amazing people, big online followings. This is a guy who's got war wounds. I mean, to make it through the mortgage crash, and there's still like a negative kind of stigma around mortgage. That's the subprime stuff. That's all gone. The guys that survived are truly some of the most elite professionals that you can ever meet, and you're the CEO of the company. Talk about the status of the industry now. Like, where are we now?
Well, I mean, in 2007, the pendulum went over here.
Yep.
Anyone with a pulse could get a mortgage, right?
Yep.
And then in 2009 or 2010, nobody could get a mortgage, even with an 800 credit score. And so right now, I think we're about right here.
Okay, so getting towards a normal.
And common sense is right here.
Yeah.
Right. And so we've just got these new products that we just rolled out, non-agency, near miss products that are a little larger than the normal underwriting box, that are common sense, and that'll take us right here. So for example, if someone has a credit event, then if they're willing to put 40% down, would you lend on that person for a little higher interest rate?
It's good collateral, right?
Or a guy who is a billionaire who only wants to put 10% down and he's got $1 trillion in assets. Are you going to let him put?
Right?
Yeah, it's common sense lending.
Yep.
So that part of the industry is exploding for us right now. We just launched a huge new marketing campaign because I believe riches are in the niches. We just do VA and we just do the non-agency, non-QM near misses.
Tell us about what you're doing with VA. So we're in San Diego, military town. VA financing is for those who've served. It's the best financial instrument I think that exists on anything, much less mortgage. Talk about what you guys are doing there.
Yeah, so mainly VA cash out, VA purchase. We're in 6 states, so it's not just San Diego. Colorado, Texas, Hawaii are big VA states for us. But yeah, we're able to deliver outstanding service, and that's why we grew to the fastest growing company in San Diego last year, was because of our 5-star reviews. It's not easy to get hundreds of 5-star reviews on Yelp. I don't care what you say. It's not easy, trust me.
Yep.
So we have to bleed 5-star reviews, and then being experts in a niche. So you're able to just focus in on things that make sense for that borrower. You're able to become an expert in that niche, and it helps them succeed by being an expert, right?
Why do you like VA?
I love serving, giving back. It's a great product. We just decided that, hey, let's become experts in this. We give back to a group called Shelter to Soldier. I don't know if you've heard of them. You should get them on the show for sure. But they take dogs that are going to be euthanized, and they take them out of a shelter, train them for a year, which we all know could cost up to $25,000 to do so, and then place them with a veteran in need. So we've been able to adopt 4 dogs so far, and we're on our 5th dog.
Love it, man.
Guy's local here, Graham, definitely should have him on the show.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm a huge supporter of the military. I also have a pit bull that I adopted one day from death row. Ooh. 12 years later, he's been the most amazing dog adopted. So you're bringing my passions together.
The stories are just amazing. You hear.
Stop renting. You can use that BH. You can buy a house. Connect with these guys. GriffinFunding.com. Appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you, sir.
All right. More of the American Dream coming up next. Well, as you know, the American Dream is a national program where we focus on business, the entrepreneurial spirit, overcoming adversity, finance, the market, all things that are relevant to empowering your American Dream. But a big topic of conversation on this show is housing. So what we do is we integrate local, top-producing, award-winning realtors to cover a wide range of topics on that subject, different micro markets, different niche subject matter. Housing is such a big topic, so we're going to bring you a lot of information right now from some of the best in your market. Let's check out these interviews.
Lapaglia, owner and broker of Legacy Austin Realty. Today I'm here at the Grove store where we're going to visit with M Signature Homes and learn about what they're doing in this one-of-a-kind, cutting-edge new community. Let's go inside. Hi, I'm here at the Grove, the new home community in Austin, with the Director of Branding for M Signature, Edjuan Bailey. Thank you so much for joining me, Edjuan.
Thank you, Autumn.
I'm glad to have you here. I know so much time and energy has gone into creating this one-of-a-kind new community on this amazing 75-acre property in the heart of Austin. Can you tell me a little bit about the vision of the Grove?
Absolutely. When we were able to acquire the land, it was important for us to put together something that would go with the Austin spirit and vibe. So we spent a lot of time working with the community, working with our neighbors, all the different people around us to figure out what was the best use of this property. And we ended up developing this mixed-use project that has a great 16-acre park on it. We've got a commercial mixed-use area, and then we have owned homes that will certainly remind you of Austin.
Wonderful, and it's such an iconic part of town. It's a beautiful property with 75 acres of property and majestic oak trees and Shoal Creek running through it. Can you tell me how this new development will enhance the usability of all of those natural spaces?
Absolutely. So one, our name is The Grove, so you can rest assured that we're going to keep all the natural oak trees and heritage trees that are on the site. And so there's a lot of old growth trees, some of which we think are as old as 600 years.
Wow.
So it's going to have a really nice, majestic look to it. You mentioned the Shoal Creek. The Shoal Creek Trail runs from 6th Street up to 35th Street. What we're going to do as part of the Grove is actually extend that trail all the way up to 45th. So you'll be able to get onto the Shoal Creek Trail right here at the Grove and take it all the way downtown. So Austin's a very energetic and vibrant city, and so the ability to actually use that trail just fits right in with what Austin's trying to do.
That's wonderful. It sounds like you're really taking to heart that it is a part of the city that people love and they want to see enhanced. They don't want to just see a bunch of concrete going up into this beautiful space, and everybody appreciates, I'm sure, that you're keeping that in mind and doing a great job. M Signature as a builder has a reputation of building very architecturally savvy, upscale, luxury product homes. Can you tell us what a buyer or a realtor will expect to find when we come into the sales office and inquire about becoming a homeowner?
Absolutely. First, they'll find a group of people who are focused on their satisfaction. That's the first thing that they'll find, is people who are really focused on servicing the customer and putting the customer first. But as they get to know the Grove and the products and all of the homes that we have, they'll notice how diverse our set of products are. We have 7 different product series, everything from condos to single-family homes, all developed by different architects to make sure that we keep that same eclectic Austin look and feel. So I would hasten to say that the Grove is probably the only place in town where a customer can walk in and buy a 1-story condo all the way to a 4-story townhome. So 1 stories, 2 stories, 3 stories, 4 stories. This is the only place in Austin where you can get all of that. And you'll see different looks. We've got 7 different architectural styles. We've got more than 30 floor plans. We've got more than 75 different building configurations. So what the customer will find is a very eclectic, Austin-centric look and feel.
Okay, wonderful. And to meet the diverse needs of all of the people of Austin looking to be part of this incredible new opportunity. I know a lot of people are very interested about this development that's been in the works for years. Where should they go to get more information about and follow the progress of the community?
So the first thing they should do is come to the Grove store. The Grove store is located at 1818 West 35th Street. And the Grove store is what we call our virtual model. So you're able to see everything and learn everything that you need to know about the Grove. You can also go to thegroveatx.com, our website, and find out everything.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining me on the show. I'm excited for everybody to learn more about this incredible new community called The Grove. If you want more information, you can visit thegroveatx.com or visit this wonderful sales office at 1818 West 35th Street. Thank you so much, and back to you in the studio.
Thank you.
Introducing S1 Connect by Synergy One Lending, a company committed to making your home buying experience easy and convenient. S1 Connect is the best way to simplifying your home buying experience so that you can get into your dream home faster. Whether you're a baby boomer, a millennial, or a luxury home buyer, S1 Connect offers you the opportunity to receive real-time notifications about your home loan so that you're informed every step of the way. Apply for a loan from anywhere. Compare various loan scenarios to help determine which product best fits your needs. Track your home loan progress with real-time notifications. Safely and securely upload loan documents from your mobile device. And have instant access to your loan officer and real estate agent. Basically, we're all about speed, ease, and expertise at Synergy One, so download the S1 Connect app today. To learn more about S1 Connect, visit us at s1lending.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to find out everything we have going on at Synergy One Lending.
Welcome back to The American Dream as we now focus in on your local Austin market. My next guest is no stranger to the show, Paul Reddam, a platinum top 50 Austin realtor with Holmesville Real Estate. And today he's brought along a very special guest with him, Jeff Lamkin, developer of Cinnamon Shore. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being on the program today.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Thank you for having us.
Oh, absolutely. My pleasure. Paul, I want to begin by talking to you. Last time we spoke, we talked a little bit about Austin's rising taxes and how that was really promoting some people to really reevaluate their real estate investment strategies. Tell me a little bit more about what's going on with that and how the market's looking right now.
Yes, ma'am. A lot of people are looking to rejigger, I think we said last time, their portfolios and trying to find good places to put their money. And one of the things that we did personally last year is we invested in a little area called Cinnamon Shore. We looked at a whole lot of places where we could go and enjoy and have a great time and spend time with the kids. But Cinnamon Shore really came into clear focus for its proximity to Austin and all that stuff. So we sold a couple of rent houses as part of our rejiggering. And we went down and we bought a beach house, and we couldn't be happier. The kids get to run around, and we get to have memories. While we're not there, we get to enjoy rental income, which is just it's an unusual investment. It's a wonderful thing to get to do. So we brought Jeff on so people can hear more about Cinnamon Shore from Jeff.
Jeff, please, I would love to hear about it. I know that you have built a series of luxury properties along the shore, along the Texas coast. Tell me a little bit about Cinnamon Shore.
Yeah, so Cinnamon Shore is really, it's just a simple family vacation. It's a master planned community where we've got, it appears more to an affluent group. So we've got homes ranging from about $275,000 up to about $3.5–4 million. And it's really just beautiful architecture, the latest in land planning techniques, great interior design on the Texas coast, which is dramatically underrated. I mean, it's a beautiful place. Texas just doesn't have the reputation for having a beautiful coastline historically.
Sure.
And it's so close to Austin, it makes it, it's like Austin's beach.
Oh, I love that. Well, and now you're developing Cinnamon Shore South. What inspired you to do that?
Well, we've sold out most of the original project. I mean, we've really had great demand, and we've been able to sell a few hundred homes already, and just people keep wanting more, and it's a pretty solid investment opportunity. We're able to deliver about 10% return on whatever amount of purchase price of the home you're buying. And as the demand exceeded our supply, we bought some additional land to expand the project a little bit and bring world-class spa and some additional pools and just added retail and restaurants and just everything you need to have a full family vacation.
Where are most of your buyers coming from? You mentioned that this is a little bit of Austin's beach. Do you have people coming from out of state as well?
We have a few. I'd say it's a Texas beach primarily. Like we're probably 98% people from Texas, and probably a third of those come from Austin. So we've got some from the San Antonio, Bernie area, and some Dallas and Houston as well.
And what do you think is motivating them to make these purchases? Do you think that these rising taxes have something to do with it?
A lot of people have made a lot of money in real estate, and some of the markets are getting a little bit more inflated. And so it's a place to redeploy some of the capital you might have made off your real estate that's appreciated in Austin, as an example. And we've got there's pretty limited supply of beachfront property on the Texas coast. Like 86% of it can't be developed, 7% has. And so it's going to be the place where the supply-demand curve flexes and creates just a long-term steady investment opportunity. And I think people are starting to recognize that.
Well, this question is really for both of you. What do you hope someone looking to purchase property on the Texas coast, what do you want them to know?
You know, I'd say it's a perfect place to raise a family. I mean, the thing that motivated us to do this is we want to have a place where 3 generations, where grandparents and parents and the kids can all get together and hang out in this really safe environment and just have a beautiful beach that's close enough to drive to. And the fact that it's a good monetary investment as well is a nice add-on to it, I'd say.
Sure. And Paul?
I think it's really all about location, location, location. And I think the best part of the Texas coast is clearly in Cinnamon Shore. If you'll go down there and look at all the other communities, you'll see that it's really, really idyllic. And it's luxury. And I don't think any of that's going to really go away. We go down there and we have a blast. You know, our journey was really going down there and vacationing, so we got to know the community. We got to feeling really comfortable with it. And it was just an easy decision. And I think it'll be that way for anybody that goes down there.
And a million memories to be had. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being on the American Dream today.
Thank you. Thank you, Jen. Thank you for having us.
And we'll be right back with more of the show.
You just heard from award-winning realtors about your marketplace. It's one thing to find your dream home. It's another thing to finance it. I've traveled the country to find the best mortgage experts in every city. You're going to hear from yours in a Mortgage Minute right now. Let's check it out.
And now for our Mortgage Minute update with Penny Green, Regional Sales Manager with Synergy One Lending. Penny, great to have you on the program again.
Thank you for having me.
So Penny, today you're here to talk to us about a new program that Synergy One Lending is rolling out, which is incredibly timely. Tell me why it is so beneficial to consumers, this new program.
Well, as you may know, recently the Feds raised the Fed fund rate again. It's currently 5%. And as we see interest rates continuing to rise, it's really important for consumers to be with a lender that has programs that'll somewhat insulate them from these rising interest rates, like extended rate locks up to 365 days. Synergy offers a 365-day extended rate lock for FHA, VA, and conventional loans. We are now going to be rolling out a lock and shop product that allows the consumer to come in, get pre-qualified, lock their interest rate, and then go shop for a home. So they don't have to worry about rising interest rates, no longer qualifying for a home while they're searching for one. So it's a really good way to kind of help bridge those rising interest rates.
Fantastic, Penny. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that's all for the American Dream. Thank you so much for checking us out. Remember, our goal is to educate, empower, and engage your American Dream. Don't forget, we love you to breathe oxygen into this message. Follow us on social media, and don't forget, we'll catch you next time. See you next week.